Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Of course, we're here for very serious, necessary action from the community to raise this issue of this hospital. Of course, we have several persons who will be speaking this morning. My name is Dwight Gunn. I serve as the pastor of Heritage International Christian Church, and I'll be sort of guiding us through our press conference today. Opening us will be Reverend Johnny Miller, Pastor Johnny Miller, pastor of the Mount Vernon Baptist Church. He will open us in prayer. Following him, we'll have our occasion by Pastor LaJuan Whitfield, the president of the New Baptist Ministers Fellowship.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How good and how pleasant it is that we would dwell together in unity.
Yes.
Our God, our Father, we thank you for life, health, and strength. And we have come today united, pastors, clergy from all around, doctors, nurses, the community, concerned citizen about this establishment, that the health of this community, the health of our people will have a chance to be administered to be helped and cured. For you brought us doctors, you brought us nurses, you've given us this facility, and now we stand together in unity, calling upon you, God, to continue to grow us, to work us together, that we might move forward, and that the people will be benefited from this hospital with longevity. Children and our family born here, had service here, but a hospital that have gone aside, that need to be reestablished, reopened, and your word declare that we can do all things through you that give us strength. How we thank you for every person, for every situation, and we already claim victory. You know the day we just waited on you, God. Move by your power, stir up your people, cry loud, and we will spare not to declare it shall be done in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you. Thank you all for being here today. My name is LaJuan Whitfield. I pastor New Life Holiness Church here on the west side of Chicago. And I know that you might be asking, why are we gathered here today? What is our purpose? Well, today is not simply about a building, but today is about people. It's about mothers. It's about fathers. It's about seniors. It's about children. It's about working families and vulnerable residents throughout our Austin and Oak Park community who, quite frankly, deserve access to good health care. And so today, we stand united as over 100 concerned pastors and clergy. We are accompanied here by representatives from the Chicago Medical Society. We have an ad hoc committee of doctors, nurses, staff. We're all here today because this issue can no longer be ignored. For many in our community, this hospital was more than a medical facility. It was a lifeline. It was where babies were born. It was where emergencies were treated. It's where loved ones were cared for, and healthcare professionals faithfully serve our community. And this is why today we are issuing, quite frankly, an urgent call to action. First, we are calling on state leadership to immediately intercede and work toward the reopening of this medical facility. Yes. So secondly, we are demanding full transparency and the public notice and issues of all audits that have been conducted concerning the operation, the finances, and the continued well-being of this facility. Thirdly, we are insisting that the Austin and Oak Park communities be central in the future direction and oversight of this medical facility. It is important to our community. And so in short, this is not political theater today. This is about human dignity. This is about our community's healthcare equity. And this is about economic stability right here on the west side. And so we believe that it is vitally important It is vitally important that these issues be addressed and that this facility reopen and continue to serve the residents of our community. Amen. And that's why we're here today. We appreciate you for gathering with us. Thank you so very much.
So the question is asked, how did we get here? How did we get here? Dr. James Miller is going to come. Dr. James Miller, MD, retired. He's going to come and share with us. He is one of the voices that helped to bring this coalition of people together so that we can address this very vital concern in our community. Can you welcome Dr. James Miller?
Good morning. My name is Dr. James Miller. I am a retired physician after practicing on the west side in Oak Park, other western suburbs for over 40 years. When we look at this situation that we are in, we are here because this is a matter of life and death.
Yes. Yeah.
It is not a matter of desires and wishes, it's a matter of life and death. If the quality health care is not delivered in the way and the time that it needs to be delivered, people die.
Yes.
And when it is delivered the way that it should be delivered, timely, people live and they live a good life. So we're here to make certain that those things that can be done are done. The service that the hospital is able to provide is provided. We know over time that this hospital has been an excellent provider of health care. Recently, there has been some decline in that quality, and we're here to say, let's get this back to where it ought to be, and let's get it going the way that it needs to provide the needs of the people that are going to get sick. When one has a heart attack or a stroke, time is of essence. It's not that there isn't another place that they can go, but time is of an essence. That means that they need to get there quickly. And the extra 5 or 10 minutes that they have to travel to another facility that is farther away can mean the difference between whether or not they live or die, or whether they suffer a greater disability if they have a stroke. So we're here to make certain that our elected officials and those that are in charge of regulating and opening hospitals and making certain that they are ran and that the people get the care that they need, that they hear us, that we need this. That this is not, we're not here just because we want to make noise, but we're here because we have a needed cry. And that cry is that our people are suffering, and we're not going to stand and tolerate that without hollering, without speaking up. Good morning.
As was just mentioned, this is about people. Pastors are standing, doctors, nurses. We all serve people. And we want to highlight today the fact that the closure of this hospital, the mismanagement of this hospital has impacted real people. And so Pastor Ira Ackery is going to come and he's going to share on behalf of the community impact that is made because of this closure. Pastor Ackery.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gunn. So grateful to be here in the presence and in the company of so many important community leaders. We're here today because healthcare is a civil right. It's a civil right. This is not a privilege for the wealthy, and it's not a luxury for suburbanites. This is a human right, and it's a civil right for every child, every senior, and every working family, even on the west side of Chicago. The Austin community has already suffered enough. We fought through disinvestment. We fought through overwhelmed by violence. We fought through strategic gentrification. We've seen abandoned businesses and systemic neglect. Now they want to take our hospital too. They want to take our hospital. A hospital, as Dr. Whitfield has mentioned, it is more than just brick and mortar. A hospital is hope. A hospital is a place for emergency care. And a hospital in your community can be the difference between life and death when seconds matter. And I know this personally. I don't know it politically, I know it personally. Last year, my wife suffered a ruptured aneurysm. I never will forget that day, March the 28th. But thanks be unto God that we were just minutes away from one of the best hospitals in the state, on 95th Street, Advocate Christ Hospital. Great medical treatment, and we had a village of prayers from many of these ministers that are here today, and their wives praying for my wife and our family. We loved her back to life, and she survived and she's recovering. But just weeks ago, while having church just a few blocks from here on Waller Avenue, my wife had another issue, a medical episode that demanded immediate attention. And so we called the ambulance, and my surprise was that the nearest hospital was in Portage Park. Let me name it for you, Community First Medical Center on West Addison, right off Central. What would have normally just been a 5-minute ride from Greater St. John Church to here ended up being a 20-minute ride across town.
Wow.
And listen, when somebody is having a stroke, a heart attack, a seizure, or an aneurysm, 20 minutes can become a tragedy. 20 minutes can become a funeral. 20 minutes can mean whether a mother or a wife comes back home. We cannot normalize medical deserts in black communities. We cannot normalize this.
Yes, sir.
The people of Austin deserves a full-scale hospital. We deserve trauma care. We deserve maternity care. We deserve an emergency room. Most of all, we deserve dignity.
Yes, sir.
And I need to say today, this hospital did not fail because the residents in this community failed.
That's right.
The community supported this hospital for decades. Even as Dr. Miller mentioned, even when the quality declined to a degree, the community still supported this hospital. If there was some financial mismanagement, if there was some public abuse of funding, if there was negligence, then those responsible, they must be investigated and they must be held accountable.
Yes.
Many are saying, I'm understanding that there may be a forensic audit. Well, I want to make another appeal to Attorney General Kwame Raoul and the state leadership to make sure if there is a forensic investigation that the details be released to the public who has been abused, who have been misused, who have been disrespected on this west side.
That's right.
We cannot allow corporate irresponsibility to become community suffering.
Yes, sir.
This is not just about reopening a hospital. This is about saving a community.
That's right.
And we refuse to accept second-class health care for West Side families. We speak to all of the leaders. We're tired of second-class health care and first-class prisons. We refuse to allow Austin to be a health care graveyard. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., out of all of the injustice, out of all of the inequities, injustice in health care is the most shocking and the most inhumane. God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor Ackery. Words well said. We're going to now invite Dr. Chundy to come. Dr. Visnu Chundy, he represents an ad hoc committee of the doctors and nurses and medical staff, as well as representing the Chicago Medical Society. I want you to welcome now as he talks now more about the staff impact that has taken place at the closure of this hospital. Dr. Chundy.
Thank you, Bishop Gunn. Thank you, ministers, for help doing this, because as a medical staff, I'm an infectious disease doctor. I was there from the beginning of the AIDS epidemic all the way through. And this hospital was an excellent hospital. I was the infection control chair for a long time, and we watched the Leapfrog A, which is the highest grade you can get as a hospital slipped to an F. And we watched the deterioration of healthcare. We watched our nurses who were highly skilled in stroke, heart attacks leave because they simply didn't have the means to take care of their patients. And that is unacceptable to us as physicians, nurses, and staff. We took great pride in this hospital for providing really good care, and we've seen that go away. And I think the West Side should demand emergency care and an acute hospital that befits the sickness in that area. If you were born in the West Side of Chicago, you have a 20-year less life expectancy than if you were born in the Loop, or if you're born here in Oak Park. If that is an injustice, I don't know what is. These are all correctable. We have the worst life expectancy discrepancy in the United States. It's not sent by me. This is actually from the Chicago Department of Public Health, and you can find it on the public records. We have Dr. Looning here, who commands a lot of their the clinics around here, the clinics that serve the local area. But we do need an acute hospital because you don't want to be 20 minutes, an hour away where there's wait times. This area deserves much better care than it's been getting, and we should demand it. So I'll stop there. Dr. Looning.
That's right.
Thank you, Dr. Chundy. Listen, we understand that the reopening of this hospital is not something that just happens at the snap of a finger. That there needs to be a reimagining of how health care is served to this community. And so we're now going to ask Pastor James Brooks to come, and he's going to share with you regarding our thoughts of being able to reimagine and be creative about how we reopen this hospital. Pastor James Brooks, let's give praise for him to come.
James Brooks, pastor of Harmony Community Church, CEO of Lawndale Christian Community Health Center. Lawndale Christian Community Health Center. At the time of the closure of West Sub, I just want to bring this out. There was an 80% census. What does that mean? 80% capacity. They were at 80% capacity. So that means this hospital is in high demand.
That's right.
And we know, we believe that our community deserves access to quality and affordable health care, regardless of zip code, income, or insurance status.
That's right.
We believe safety net and community hospitals are more than just buildings. As Pastor alluded to, they are lifelines. And we need them in our community, but we just don't need them. We need them to flourish and have sustainability. We believe the closure of a community hospital creates consequences far beyond healthcare, increasing unemployment, deepening inequity, delaying emergency response times, and destabilizing neighborhoods that are already carrying a heavy load. And ultimately, we believe the system of healthcare right now is not sustainable. Therefore, it's time for us to reimagine. I would like to present to you that I believe community health centers like PCC, we can be at the core of taking in patients for primary care, while our hospitals are there for specialty and acute needs of our patients. So therefore, now is the time for our community leaders, healthcare leaders, faith leaders, and elected officials to come together and create a sustainable path forward. We have a model already that exists in our FQHCs. For example, PCC Wellness. This building is closed, but you know who's still seeing patients in this building? It's a community health center.
That's right.
This building is closed, but it's still open to PCC patients. As a matter of fact, I want you to hear from their chief medical officer, Dr. Looning, at this time.
Pastor Brooks knows community health centers. Lawndale Christian Health Center is part of a tremendous partnership of community health centers that serve Chicago. I'm Paul Looning. I'm a family doctor. I'm the Chief Medical Officer of PCC Community Wellness Center. PCC is one of those federally qualified health centers that was born out of West Suburban 35 years ago. This hospital has existed for more than 100 years, and for the last third of that, West Suburban saw the need for a primary health care center, a federally qualified health center, to deliver primary care to patients. We've been here for 35 years. We're not going anywhere. We are not going to abandon this community, and that's why we've stayed. I've been at PCC for 31 years. I started here as a resident. This hospital trained dozens, hundreds of family doctors to provide care to the underserved. Dr. Fred Barber is here. He was one of my teachers. He's still standing behind us, supporting this hospital. You can see the number of former employees at West Sub, the nurses, the care coordinators, AJ at the front desk. These folks are all standing right here because they know the value of a hospital to serve this neighborhood. As Pastor Brooks said, we are still here. We've got 3 sites operating in this building right now. 3 primary care sites, OBGYN, primary care. We did have to move our urgent care center out. We had to move our walk-in wellness center out because a pipe burst and it could not be fixed. Wow. But the rest of us are going to stay until we're forced to leave. We can't do it ourselves. We can't. I will add to what Dr. Miller said. We need a hospital here because 15 minutes is too long in a crisis. I will add 15 minutes is too long if you're pregnant and in labor. We've delivered, in fact, Dr. Creefield, one of our family medicine docs trained in doing C-sections, she might have been the one to do this. We delivered a baby on the grass in front of this hospital about 10 years ago. Where would that woman have gone if our doctors hadn't been able to run downstairs and whisk her up to the labor and delivery unit? We're going to provide primary care at PCC, but we need an acute care hospital. We can't have our patients going 5 miles away when time is of the essence. I want to appreciate the group that's here together. We've been out here, today it's 90 degrees. We've been out here when it was 10 degrees and icy. This group has stood together for what this community needs, and we're going to continue to do it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pastor Ben.
Thank you very much. Our final statement is about the fact that we need to have a serious call to action. Not so long ago, this hospital stood as a place of hope for many. My 2 children were born in this hospital. And it can, again, be what is necessary to have good quality health care in the Austin community. We want to say that in order for that to happen, there needs to be a sense of urgency about reopening this hospital. Right now, the state legislation is in the final weeks of legislation, and they are focused on things like billionaires getting tax breaks, when they need to be focused on the vulnerable people in this community getting quality health care. So we can't have our elected officials, our governor, making statements about not funding safety net hospitals. We have to have urgency from the leadership and the powers that be to know that it is absolutely necessary to get this facility reopened and reopened now.
That's right.
In addition to that, we need accountability. We're here today because 2 millionaires are fighting with each other. Because people have mismanaged public dollars, Medicare dollars, Medicaid dollars. They have mismanaged it and created a situation that now the most vulnerable among us are at crisis because of people not having the sense of mind to understand how to serve people. We need accountability in leadership for this facility. And so we're calling on those powers that be to ensure that as we move forward with reopening this facility, that it includes the community's involvement in leadership and oversight so that we have proper connection to what is happening and no more mismanagement of the very rare resources, the necessary resources that are given to this community. We cannot squander them, we cannot waste them. We need them to be utilized for the betterment of the community. And so we demand that our governor and others will move expeditiously to address the issues that remain and are permanent right here in this community. We're grateful for everyone who's come. We'll now begin to take questions and answer questions from the media. Thank you for coming to serve. We have several who will respond to any questions you might have at this time.
Do you have specific next steps in terms of your demands here and how you're going to execute those steps to make sure that they're heard and implemented?
That is a great question. Listen, this hospital has some very important deadlines coming up. We understand two things very specifically. On Friday, we understand that there is a court case that may decide some type of receivership of some sort. And we need for that to be something that is going to include the community and to have good oversight and accountability with it. It cannot be just someone coming to rake the land and the resources here for their own self-gain. We need to make sure that whatever takes place next in this facility, that it is done for the betterment of the community. And so we're gonna be showing up to make sure that those who are engaged know our desires and demands for this facility.
And specifically, what are you
So
asking?
Friday at 9 o'clock at the daily class.
Friday at 9 o'clock.
10:30 at the daily class.
Go ahead, media.
The other piece is, in terms of that particular Friday deadline, what are you asking people that are watching this right now, live and also during the newscast and also in the newspapers, what specifically are you asking those individuals to do?
We at this point are going to be gathering. We are not the only group that is concerned about this hospital. And so at this point, what we're going to be doing in the very immediate future is gathering with those other groups. There's a group that's been meeting every Thursday. Other staff persons and others have been meeting every Thursday to try to strategize. And so these pastors, these ad hoc committees, the medical society, and others who have already been working and strategizing, it's now time to bring those voices together. And so that's going to be our next step of gathering and galvanizing. We will have some response in the very near future about a rally, probably right here on this site. And so we're doing some other things to try to make those things a reality. We need to keep the pressure. The governor needs to understand that this is not something that's just going to go away. We're not just here for a one time before the cameras. We want this hospital open and open now.
Would you like to see the hospital put in receivership?
Repeat the question.
One more time.
Do you want to see the hospital put in receivership?
So we believe that there are others who understand the processes. We know that processes have to play out. Unfortunately, private ownership has created a situation here that makes it even more difficult in our move forward. But we understand that as citizens, we deserve to have the right types of responses to us. And if we do not put a demand upon the powers that be, then we understand they will concede nothing. And so it's important for us to make our voices heard and for them to understand that it's not just business as usual because we got one person who owns the land, one person who owns operations, and they're fighting with each other to try to see who's going to get the most out of the little that's left. And nobody's concerned about the people of the community. And so that's got to be the focus. And however that receivership piece and others, we're going to be working with all of our elected officials and others who have some say and some stake in making sure that we have good results for the community.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you, everybody.
Bless you, Bishop. Good job.
Appreciate you. All right, well work done. All right. Yes, sir. Good.